Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Show, starring Rick Castarino. Rick's guests are Robert and Danelle Harris of Baby Grand Productions, the magic of John Hatzenbuehler, and the gospel trio Southern Charm. And now, please welcome the Letterman wannabe himself, King of Vienna Sausage, and the only registered Guido in Mansfield, Rick Castarino!
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Hey, Dan. Hey, Bo! Let me in. Welcome! Woo! Crank that baby up! Nothing like a little funk in Mansfield, huh? A little bit of funk in Mansfield. We got a great show planned for you tonight. First of all, I want to welcome you to the show. We are taping here at the Backstage Cafe, where now they serve food. So as you are sitting back enjoying with your coffee, it is cold outside, it is a snowy night. The nice thing is you can get a bite to eat also. So if we get snowed in, don't worry about it, we'll have something to eat. Damon, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be here tonight. We really appreciate it. The other thing I want to do is I want to thank everybody for being here, and I want to thank the viewers at home for being a part of the show. But you know, one thing that I've noticed as we've been doing this show, and this is my 7th show, we've been already on the air for about a year now, give and take a couple months here and there. But one thing I notice is that when I talk to people about the show, nobody watches this show from the start to the end. I guess there's this thing called a remote control. And see, they plug it and they plug it. I figured out how to fix that problem. If you do this to your remote control, I guarantee if you're like me, your lazy butt won't get off that couch and you'll watch the whole show from start to end. Right now, I just want to take an opportunity to thank Tim Eaton. Tim Eaton filled in for me while I was going through something. He filled in for me, and Tim, I know with your schedule that's pretty tough to do, and I appreciate it. And from what I heard from the reviews, and not all of them watched the whole show that you did either, what I've heard from the reviews is that it was a great job, and I appreciate the time you put into the show. And then right now, what I'd like to do is be a little serious. Because I missed a couple of those shows, I've gone through a life-changing transition in my life starting in October. And I want to take this opportunity because it is kind of my show. It's the show, but it's my show, and I can do what I want. And that's why I dressed a little different tonight, too, as I wanted to do what I wanted. But let me tell you, what I want to do is be serious here and say, I've gone through a life-changing transition in my life, and if it wasn't for my friends, my church, and my family, I wouldn't have got through it, and I probably wouldn't be here tonight. And I just want to take this opportunity. You know who you people are and the people that have been there for me. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I love you very much and appreciate what you have done for me, and I appreciate it. Now, if you want to find some positive, in this, there is some positive. I will be moving. I'm planning on moving to Mansfield, and there's a good positive thing here. I could be your neighbor. Think about it. I could be your neighbor. Now, so if that's the case, you have to realize, if you're going out to get your paper one day, one Sunday morning, whatever it might be, and you're walking out in your pajamas and your slippers on, and you look next door, and you see 3 guys with dark suits on, not guys, gentlemen. If you see 3 gentlemen with dark suits on, don't get nervous. That's only Vinny, Frankie, and Tony checking out my new establishment. Okay? So don't get nervous. And if I were you, I'd wave ever so nicely because you want Vinny, Frankie, and Tony to be your friend too. Because they will be there. So that's one of the positive things there that we can find in that. And then one of the other things is, though, I'm going to miss where I'm living now. I live out in Rendon. And Rendon's kind of out in the country. And it's crime-free out in Rendon. And I'll give you my logic why Rendon is crime-free. Rendon is so far out that everybody, or the crooks, if they have any sense as it is, but the crooks that go to rob places, they go, we can't go to Rendon. There's a bunch of rednecks out there with shotguns with our names in their closet. And that is the case in my house. But that's not what I'm saying, but that's what happens out there. They don't go out there. But here's where I win out in Rendon. If you're a crook and you're driving down my street, and you got the idea that there's a good possibility there's a redneck that lives in these houses, and then you see on the mailbox, Castarino, an Italian redneck, what could be any worse than that? But here's the other thing, too. But getting back to the house thing, I've told my 2 children, Bridget and Anthony, that we are going to buy a house as a family. And I thought that was a great idea. I said, we're going to buy a house as a family. And we already started looking at houses here in Mansfield. But here's the funny thing. We go and look at a few houses, and Bridget, at age 6, says to me, she says, Dad, it's a good idea for us to go look at houses as families. I said, yeah, I think so too. She goes, you realize too that unless we all agree, we don't buy it. 6 years old, she's in control. Huh? Now, here's what I'm worried about. Anthony, at age 4, he goes to the house, he checks it all, he says, Dad, I like the house, but we can't buy it. Anthony, I love it, I want to buy it. Dad, can't do it. The sandbox is too small and the swing set lacks. Nope, we ain't buying this house. No way, we can't do it. We can't do it. I'll keep you posted. I don't know when I will get that house, but I'll keep you posted. And like I said, there's a good possibility I could be your neighbor. We got a wonderful show planned for tonight. We got entertainment, and it is going to be so much more wonderful than any other show because, as I said, today's a snowy day, and we are taping on another night than you might be watching this, but it's a very snowy day, and all 3 of the guests we have here today have made it here on this night, and that is very special to me. So we are going to have a great show. Our first guest is the owners of Baby Grand Productions. It's Robert and Danelle Harris, and what they're going to do is educate us on karaoke or croaky or yoki. We'll talk to them about what the name is all about and how it came to be and all. And then next we have a gentleman that is helping our youth stay off of drugs with his magic. And I think that's really fascinating. You're going to see a little bit more about that. We have John, Hatzenbuehler. Did I get that right, John? All right, John. That's a tough name. It looks even tougher. It's about this long. Castarino's here, just to give you an idea. But so we have John coming on, and then we also have a great group, a trio that has just been seen in the Fort Worth Star-Telegram on the front page, and they were so nice enough to announce my name on the second page. That's the biggest and the highest I've been, and Tom didn't even do it. But we have Southern Charm with us. We have Karen Dominique, right, Karen? Okay. We have Kathy Hunt. And we also have Diane Slick, and these girls are beautiful, and they're going to do a great job for us. So stay with us. We'll be right back, and we'll get into Rick's News. Welcome, and we're back!
Culpeper Construction is a Mansfield-based company specialized in home remodeling and repairs. We have the only number you will need to remember for all your home or office needs. That number is 45FIX-IT. We are a group of contractors joined by one number and one purpose, customer satisfaction. Doing work in Mansfield for the past 4 years, we have many excellent references you can check, maybe by just talking to your neighbors. By the hour or by the job, we do everything from major remodeling to giving friendly advice.
Hello, I'm Mike Culpeper. I know I made a lot of promises in this commercial, but I also know that the people that work for me are good at keeping those promises. For your next job, give us a call.
Wagner Floors in Mansfield and We're Dated Too are the total answer to all your carpeting needs. In business since 1969, Paul Wagner is quick to point out that most carpet looks good in the showroom. But how will it look years down the road? That's what counts. Wagner Floors offers an array of We're Dated Too carpet styles and colors for every decor, certified and warranted by Monsanto. The look you buy is the look you keep. Let the friendly staff at Wagner Floors assist you with a new look throughout your home or office. We're Dated Too. Beautiful today, beautiful tomorrow.
We are back. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Rick Castarino, and we're back. I hope you had a good break. I had a good break, too. This crowd is wonderful. What a good crowd. Anybody that makes it out here in the snow has to be a wonderful crowd. Before we get started on Rick's News, I got to show you something that somebody had given to me recently here that really brightened up my day, and I had to bring it on because I think it's so neat. I found this in my mailbox one day, and I wanted to show you. I don't know if y'all can see it. This is a little wooden dish-looking thing, and on the top it says 3-piece chicken dinner. Can you bring that camera way in on this? If you can get my nose, you can get the camera. Okay? 3-piece chicken dinner. Are you over there? You got that? Can you see that? Check this out. You got it? Check that out. Is that not cool? Is that not a 3-piece chicken dinner? Huh? What it was for sometimes the audience doesn't have the same monitors as the home viewers. It's 3 pieces of corn. Okay? Now I got another one for you. This one's another good one. This one's called a quarter pounder. Now, I didn't say with cheese, just a 1/4 pounder. Now, check this one out. You ready? Can you get in there one? Ready? Check that baby out. It's a 1/4 and a little hammer, and it's called a 1/4 pounder. Let me tell you something. If you're down and you're playing on harmonica with dark sunglasses singing the blues, these things will bring you out. They did me. They did me. These are the courtesy or good friends of mine, Dick and Shirley Sherman, and they make these little things. And I just wanted to kind of let you see a little bit more. Look at this, the fantastic thing these people put together. Little cutting board. Isn't that cool? And last thing, look at the craftsmanship in here. Chinese checkers, and check it out. Is that not cool? Dick and Shirley, I love you. Thank you so much. But now it's time for Rick's News! Woo! Now, let's see what we got in the news. You know, it's been a couple months since we had this show, so I hope we have some good stuff here. This first one here, can you zoom in on that? Who's zooming in on this one? You camera guys, don't, hey, this is, you can do what you want. Talk to me. Don't do this. Talk to me. I mean, come on. This is not the, come on.
Camera 1 will be getting close up, sir.
Okay, can you get that? That camera 1 is not getting too close up. See, now this is hard for my viewers to see. They can't see that one. Can you see that one that side? Can you zoom in on this one too? This is a nice thing when you're the host of the show. There, no, this is a good one right there. How's that one? Is that better, guys? Okay, let me read it for you. It says, first grader cleared in fanny padding case. What's going on in this world? Listen to this, okay? It started with a first grader's Pat Love Pat on a teacher's behind. The teacher talked to the principal, who talked to the district superintendent, school officials, and then called the Delaware Attorney General to clarify the controversial state law against offensive touching. People, come on now, wait till you hear this story. Basically what happened is this little girl, that her mom and kid around, poked the teacher just to say hello. These people went all the way to the superintendent, the attorney, just to find out if this was good. What are we spending our money on? Is that not nuts? Now here's the real kicker. They showed where this was located. Can you see this here? Last time I showed you. They even show you where the kid lives. Is that nuts? What's this world coming to? This wasn't a funny one, but I said to myself, we have to put this on there because where are we going? People can't even have fun with people, and this is a little girl poking a teacher. This is crazy. People, get a life. There's more to life than just a little poke. This one here I had to put on. Can you get this one? It says, woman 85 foils assault by killing intruder, okay? This happened in Michigan. Threatened with rape by a ransacking intruder, 85-year-old Alberto Nichols thought fast and fired faster yesterday, riddling the man with bullets from her gun her husband left hidden in the closet. This just goes to show you that every state has a Rendon. Imagine that, though. My understanding is the guy was like 37. This lady was 85. I tell you, crooks, they're not the brightest things in the world. Speaking of crooks and not being bright, let's look at this one. Inmate on steel toilet electrocuted. Huh? I really don't have to say any more. That's funny enough right there. This happened in Pittsburgh, but listen to this. Check this out. This guy makes a homemade headphones, okay? And he's watching TV with these headsets on so that he wouldn't bother the other inmates, okay? The guy's got, he's thinking, hey, okay, I'm going to watch TV. I'm not going to First of all, who cares if he bothers the other inmates? What are they going to do, run over next door and bother him? No, okay? Next thing you look at, he's smart enough, this guy's smart enough to make these headsets, okay, headphones, but yet he's in there for murder. Go figure. What's he doing? Here's the funny part, too. He puts these headphones on, he decides to visit the latrine, whatever you want to call it. I was writing this, I'm like, what can I put as a nice word on a family show? He visits the latrine, and he's gone. Apparently, it was a stainless steel thing, and the wire was faulty. But here's the joke on this one. This gives a whole new meaning to the hot seat. As I look at the three things we have here, I got it. Okay. If you look at the three things here, all of these had to do with people thinking. Now wait to hear this one. Add funnier than intended. This comes from an Ann Landers column. Okay? And basically what it is ads that she has seen throughout some time, or someone has seen and sent her, that have been written and found in the papers, and wait to hear how they sound. Ready for this one? An auto repair service. Try us once and you'll never go anywhere again. Huh? I was wanting to fix your car. Come on in. Right here. I'll fix it. Okay? Next one. Here it is. Stock up and save. Limit it 1 per customer. And these people run a business. Okay? For sale, antique desk. Suitable for lady with thick legs and large drawers. I mean, you read that in your mind, you're thinking of that lady with thick legs and large drawers. At least I was. I hope I'm not different. Okay? Here's the next one for you. 3-year-old teacher needed for preschool. Experience preferred. Yeah. Oh, here's another one for you. We do not tear your clothing with machinery. We do it carefully by hand. Where are these people? Don't they proofread this stuff? And the last one, I enjoy this last one the best because I think these gentlemen here probably have the best name for themselves. A used car. This is for used cars. Well, I won't say it. This is for used cars. Why go anywhere else to be cheated? Come here first. Is that nuts? That's Rick's News Radio. We'll be right back right after this, ladies and gentlemen.
Tom Ritter of Ritter & Associates Real Estate and Gary Grossman of Grossman Architect and Construction have joined together in offering their clients a full-service organization to serve your real estate and construction needs. Residential or commercial, they can help from site acquisitions throughout the construction process. If you need to buy, sell, or build residential, commercial, industrial, or investment properties, go with the experts. Working with Tom and Gary are Mark Sullivan, Dana Sullivan, Francis Christofferson, and Roy Lillard. So for all your real estate and building needs, remember Ritter & Associates Real Estate and Gary Grossman Architect and Construction, both located at 215 North Walnut Creek Drive, Mansfield. Call Ritter & Associates at 473-9393 or Gary Grossman at 473-9168.
You're watching Max 7, your Mansfield cable access channel.
You know what I need is, are we back? Hey, we're back. I love it when I do that and ask you a question and we're already back. I need a pipe. Does anybody have with this here? Me and Buffy, we're going down to the... Okay, we're back and thank you for staying with us, Damon. Thank you very much for the flavored coffee. Mint Italian, fresh, a little bit behind the ears, never hurt anyone. Coffee, it's good stuff. My first guest, we're going to start with my guests right now. My first guests are owners of the Baby Grand Productions, and they are going to educate us on karaoke, croaky, whatever you want to call it. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Danelle and Robert Harris.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, I'm glad to see you all here having a good old time. Hey, I had some of that coffee. It is some fantastic stuff, isn't it? I tell you. Great place to be here, I tell you. All right, well, I'm going to start this out. I'm going to do a song. What karaoke is, the words will appear on the TV screen. That's for those people who don't know how to memorize things. I'm good at that. Never did. So the words will appear on the TV screen when they change colors. That's when you're supposed to be singing it. And I'm going to show you how easy it's done. Danelle's going to start this for me, and we'll just get this thing. Oh, having so much fun. Now, you're going to get up in here and sing, right? Come on now.
Well, I don't know.
We got to pick something from the audience?
Maybe something from the audience.
We can do that. We can do that. Here we go. I know y'all know this one, don't you? Woo! Yeah. For those of you who out here, you can look in the mirror and see the words, okay? That's where they're going to be at. Spent $48 last night at the county fair. I throwed out my shoulder, but I wanted that teddy bear. She got me saying sugar pie, honey, darling, and dear. I ain't seen the Braves play a game all year. I'm gonna get fired if I don't get some sleep. My long lost buddy say I'm getting too deep, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. I don't know what it is about this little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Come on now, you guys like to clap and have some fun here. You know, it's a lot of fun doing this karaoke thing. Woo! Yeah. My mama and my daddy tried to teach me courtesy, but it never sank in till that girl got a hold of me. Now I'm holding umbrellas, I'm opening up doors, taking out the trash and I'm sweeping my floors. I'm crossing my fingers and I'm counting every kiss. I'm praying that it keeps on going like this, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Gotta wash my truck and dress on up to pick you up to watch TV. She sits down on the sofa, she moves a little closer, she can't get enough of me, hey. And I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. I try so hard, I can't rise above it. I don't know what it is about that little gal's loving, but I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Oh, I see a lot of people out there singing now. I'm not gonna have any problem getting someone up here on stage. Oh, baby, you know what I like. Oh, yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. Woo! Hey, now, don't forget to turn on all those lights. That's a lot of electricity being wasted out here, huh? Yeah. That's right. That's how karaoke goes. My name is Robert with Baby Grand Productions. Thank you very much. Woo! Oh, yeah. Hey, I want to bring them to every show because it's funny, when you're a DJ and you're actually doing a show somewhere, the audience normally doesn't say, they go, oh, the DJ, he's got to sing. So they don't clap for you. This is great, I love it. You guys can come to any one of my shows. Well, right now, I'm going to bring Danelle up here, and she's going to sing a song for you. And then one of you, yes, one of lucky you is going to get up here and have a song to do. It's easy. Here she is right now, Danelle, coming up here.
Like Robert said, this is for anybody to get up here and do. There is no age limit whatsoever when it comes to karaoke. All you gotta do is get up here and have some fun. That's all she wrote. You're coming with me, you need nerves of steel. 'Cause I take corners on two wheels. Religion never ending circus ride. The faint of heart need not apply. Mi vida loca, over and over. Destiny turns on a dime. We'll go where the wind blows. You can't tame a wild rose. Welcome to my crazy life. That's right. We got some country girls back there, right? Swing hard before this night is through. I could fall in love with you. Come dancing on the edge with me. Let my passion set you free. Mi vida loca, over and over. Destiny turns on a dime. I'll go where the wind blows. You can't tame a wild rose. Welcome to my crazy life. Yeah! That's right. If you're not gonna get up here and sing, you gotta get out there and wiggle it for me though, okay? country fans out there at all, do we? Here in the firelight, I see your tattoo. So you're crazy too. Mi vida loca, over and over. Destiny turns on a dime. I'll go where the wind blows. You can't tame a wild rose. Welcome to my crazy life. We'll go where the wind blows, and I'll be your wild rose. Welcome to my crazy life.
Come on, folks, put your hands together right now. Put your hands together.
Thank you. These guys are good.
All right, so now, like you said, we want to get a volunteer from the audience, and I see a guy that he's got his hand going, oh, pick me. Hey, Video Bob, you ready to come up and do a song for us? I tell you, I know you can do it. Now this is one of you guys, cameraman. You know he's gonna come and do a song for you. Now I kind of rigged this one because he picked the song. I'm thinking, so well, if you might have this one, we might be able to do this one. So here's Video Bob.
Hey, Video Bob!
Hey now.
Okay.
Cameraman, assistant director, producer, editor,
Slash. Yes.
.com.
Video Bob. Yes, he's gonna be the star of the show right now. See, that's the whole thing about karaoke is you get to come up here and be the star. Well, here he is right now for you.
making my laugh. I gotta get the character here.
It's a family
Just
show!
to dig it low, and everywhere I go, people know the part I play. People everywhere, selling each romance, do what to see. There will come a day when you will pass away. What will they say about me? When the end comes, I know I was just a gigolo. Life goes on without me. Just a gigolo. Everywhere I go, people know the part that's clear. Pay for every dance, selling each romance. Do what they say. There will come a day when youth will pass away. What will they say about me? When the end comes, I know I was just a gigolo. Life goes on without me, 'cause I ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Nobody. I'm so sad and lonely. I'm sad and lonely. Oh, so sweet mama, come and take a chance with me. 'Cause I ain't so bad. It's been a long baby. Been sad and lonesome. All of the time. Even on the beat. Drawn home the beat. Bop. Bosey, bop. Diddy bop. Ain't got nobody or a job either. Nobody. When you sing like this, nobody cares for me. I mean, nobody. Not even Rick.
Oh, I love you!
See, that man's got soul. Wow. I love him, baby. I mean, he's out there behind the desk, digging it all up, just eating all that camera time. Anybody? Got it? You? Little soul? Of course I feel like an idiot. Ain't got nobody, not even her, nobody cares for me. I mean, when you sing like this,
Nobody. I'm so sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Sad and lonely. Want some sweet mama. Come and take a chance with me. 'Cause, you know, I'm not so bad. Pick up that soul. Rick, play a love song. All of the time. Where's Paul Schaefer at when you need him? On the beat. Call little darling mama. Baby, I still ain't got no money. This little song is for all you cute little fellas out there. We're interested in that. Cameraman. Nobody. Who loves me? No one. No one. Doop-de-doo. Got it. Get it? I didn't get it. Gotta see the wall. Nobody. Where's my leather jacket and my peach tree when I need it? This is this week's paycheck.
Come on, folks, put your hands together right now for our boys, right there. Video Bob. By the way, this is a family show. Now remember that. This is a family show.
We're gonna take.
Okay.
We're going to take a fast break. We'll be right back with talking and just sitting down and learning a little bit more about karaoke.
Ray's Pharmacy has served Mansfield for 39 years, and we're still ahead of the competition. We're one of the first drugstores in the United States to use computers for prescription record keeping. Once again, we lead other pharmacies with a fantastic service. We can bill your major medical insurance for you, and you're out only a percentage of the prescription price. Call for details, even if you're being forced to use mail order by your insurance carrier. Ray's Pharmacy, your hometown drugstore.
We are back. I hope you had a good break there. I know we did. We got both Robert and Danelle sitting with us to learn about karaoke or karaoke. We're going to find out what the proper name is. First of all, what's the proper name?
Well, none of us can speak Japanese, so
Okay.
The closest thing that we feel that we come to is karaoke. We learned about karaoke up in Colorado. We don't speak, Texan slang more or less, so a lot of people down here pronounce it karaoke. But either way, the translation comes across the same, which is empty orchestra, silent voice. Which means
So that's what that means?
Yes.
Music with no lead vocal.
Now, your company, you just do karaoke? I mean, is that what your company does? Tell me a little bit more about what Baby Grand Productions does in regard to the business.
Actually, what we do is we have 5 systems. We go out and we perform karaoke in different nightclubs, bars, private parties, weddings, bar mitzvahs, you name it, we go out and do it. But we also have a DJ service along with it. So if somebody says, well, I want to have you come out and do our private party. We say, okay, you want to go karaoke or DJ, or do you want both? It doesn't cost anything different for one or the other. It's just, we bring everything for you. And what we do is we go out and set everything up, and that comes along with the price. So that doesn't, people say, well, geez, I want a 4-hour show. You have an hour of setting up, an hour of tearing down, so I have a 2-hour show. No, we set up, then we have a 4-hour show, and then
Wow.
So it's...
Now, my big thing is you get it all set up. What happens if you're like at that party where like it's Dudsville? I mean, how do you get people up there? How do you motivate them? I notice you have a lot of energy.
That's one thing. It takes a lot of energy. All of our DJs actually go out
We call Video Bob.
We call Video Bob, and he'll come out and do it, yeah. A lot of it has to do with liquid courage. We won't go into that far of that, but anyway.
On those,
you know about that, huh?
Yes. Well, I don't know, but I know what you're talking about, yes.
You've seen it before, right?
I've seen it.
What it does is we go out and we'll actually start doing songs. We'll watch the audience like we did here tonight. We'll see what kind of songs they're actually singing along with us. And all of our DJs sing. Not the greatest, but we sing. We find out songs that they're singing. We go out with our wireless, and we might sneak up behind someone, and boom, right there, and they're singing on stage. And before they know it, they're going, well, that was pretty easy, and they get up. A lot of our private parties, what we suggest people do is get a group up. Like, for example, here's 4 tables. Each one's got to do a song together. Well, 10 people together, well, geez, I can kind of drown out. No one's going to hear me. So what they'll do is they'll all get up as a group, as 10, And then next thing, well, let's do another song. You know, they'll get up at 7 and then
Wow.
6. And then before you know it, by the end of the evening, they're all going, come on, just stay another hour. We want to sing, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a lot of times it's hard to...
You could see the energy in the audience here. When you started, it didn't look like anybody was going to do anything, but everybody got into it. So I guess it's kind of neat the way you do that.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing is this this is what you do for a living?
This is what we do.
That is neat. That is neat. What made you think about going into something like this?
I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that.
When I stuff my guest, it's a good question.
He used to work for somebody else, and my father came up and saw one of his shows and said, "We need to do this. This is what your calling is, more or less." And together, my father and him got together and started the company.
So your dad's a silent partner, or?
Yes.
Neat. Golly, you got it pretty good, huh?
Sometimes, yes, sometimes. Some of the shows we've done have really been unique shows. So every show is different. It's amazing what people will do. You know, in their own privacy of their house, they get these, we're going to have all of our corporate company over, and they say, well, no one's going to sing. But then you have the president of the company singing up there, and it's like, well, geez, if he can do it, you know, and it's amazing. We actually did this private party 2 years ago, and it was for this corporate company, and the president of the company said, no one's going to sing here. I don't even know half the people. We just invited everybody from the dock workers all the way up. And what we did was when the people walked in the door, we gave them all a reindeer name, you know, like Rudolph and Comet. And so we said, okay, everybody's got to get up together. Well, they did this, and about 2 weeks later, we got a phone call from the president of the company saying, you have done so much for my business. Because he says, now if one of my dock workers has a problem, he can come up to me because he knows me. If I have a problem, if one of my other managers has a problem with something, they need something shipped in real fast, they can go to my dock person and say, hey, can you do this? He says, my company's now working better because these people who never knew each other, they've seen each other pass in the halls, but now they know each other. Hey, yeah, we sang a song together. There's a common bond there.
That's neat.
So,
how do people get in touch with you so that they can do something like this?
There's a couple different ways of doing that. We have a pagers. We also have a regular business number, which is 817-543-1157.
Okay.
They can call us there, or the Karaoke store too. They can also get hold of us at that place.
Where are you
also.
located?
We are based out of Arlington, but we will do anything around the Metroplex. We've gone to Tyler before, and so.
Wonderful. I want to thank you both for being a part of the show. You've really brought a little bit of a spice to it here. Thank you, Video Bob, also for your participation.
He did good, didn't he?
Did real good. Did real
well,
good.
see, now have us back, and we'll have to get you up next time then.
Yeah, we can do. I do the Roxanne.
Okay.
Roxanne.
See, everybody wants to do it. You know, it's funny. Half these people, you probably see them singing in their car and stuff, and they don't realize that they're being watched. But,
But thank you very much for being on the show, and we'll have to have you back again. Thank you both very, very much.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back right after this break, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to have John Hudson Road on next with some magic.
Culver Video Productions of Arlington is a complete video production facility, producing videos for consumers as well as major corporations. We'll produce your wedding video or transfer those treasured old home movies to video cassette. If you're in business, we can produce a training or promotional video that's right for you and within your budget. Our corporate training and promotional videos are used by some of the largest companies in the world, such as Revlon, Bell Telephone, GTE, and MCI. No matter how large or small your video production needs may be, call us. Culver Video Productions of Arlington.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and my next guest reaches out to our youth with magic. He has a slogan called Smiling Mugs, Use No Drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, John Hatzenbuehler.
All right. How are all you kids doing tonight? Great. All right. You know, we make decisions or choices every day of our lives, don't we? You know, some good and some not so good, right? Well, this red silk hanky is going to represent a good decision, okay? And all of the colors that you see tonight will represent good decisions, except the color green, okay? Green is going to represent a bad decision. Now, of course, we try to make all good decisions, don't we? We do make some mistakes, though, don't we? Uh-oh. Watch. All right. Now, this tube here looks like it's empty, doesn't it? But this represents your life. Looks like it's empty. But I'll tell you what, it's full of the decisions that you make in your life. Get some more, don't we? It's magic. All right. Now, we try, like I say, we try to make all good decisions, but we do make some mistakes. Now, anybody that tries to tell you that they never made a mistake, right, is either lying to you or they're not doing anything, which in itself is a mistake not to try, isn't it? Now, if you make most of your decisions good decisions, you can have a happy and successful life. This is Mr. Drug Free, and he helps me get a drug and alcohol message across to boys and girls. Okay. Okay. Sit up there. Stay. We hope. All right. Now, you know, there's a lot of pressures in life too, though, right? Okay? This balloon is going to represent you. Okay? And the safety pin represents all of the pressures in life. Now, we get pressures from home, from school, right? The teachers, your friends at school, we call that peer pressure. When you go home, you get it from your parents and brothers and sisters. But those pressures are nothing compared to the pressures that you get once you get out of school. You start a job, you have to start worrying about paying bills and taxes, taking care of your family. But if you've gotten a good education, you'll find that you can become a strong individual and withstand those pressures. Right? But if you don't, you know what? You won't. You know, alcohol's a drug also, isn't it? Yes, sir. That's right. It's a mind-altering substance. You know, there's 4,000 teens killed on the highways every year. Did you know that? You know, there's more people killed on the highway than all the wars combined since 1775. But since the turn of the century, the invention of the automobile, there's been almost 3 million people killed on the highways in drug and alcohol-related accidents. You know, water, I like to drink water. You know, it's a lot more fun. You can water ski, right? Swim, fish, drink it, you know. You can do all kinds of things. And I get awful thirsty. Besides, it's a lot more fun. Right? Watch. Oh, I said watch. All right, we got to hypnotize it a little bit here. Watch. You can even do tricks. I think I'll stick with water. It's a lot more fun. Thank you.
We're going to take a fast break and we're going to sit down and talk to John and learn a little bit more about how he's helping our youth.
Nothing makes a more dramatic impact on the look of a room than its floor. It can transform a room, invite you in, and nobody gives you more ways to make your home beautiful than Mannington Floors. Wagner Floors of Mansfield offers you the entire Mannington collection. Contemporary designs, stylish patterns. We invite you to stop by Wagner Floors at 117 North Main Street in downtown Mansfield to view our Mannington floors, including new colors and designs. Let Wagner Floors create a room full of passion and beauty in your home or office, starting from the ground up.
Thank you for returning back. I hope you had a good break. Thank you. One thing I forgot to say when I was announcing John on the stage here is that he is a constable. That is not his normal magician uniform. He is a constable, and that's how he incorporates or orchestrates the youth and reaching out to the youth. Because now, you've been in law enforcement for 18 years?
Yeah, about at least 18 years.
Now, have you always been a magician in these 18 years, or?
No, just the last 7. About the last 7 years.
Now, why did you get into the magician part of this 7 years ago?
Well, I wanted to have an anti-drug program in our area schools, but I knew that most of the kids didn't pay too much attention to the messages. You know, they went to the programs basically to get out of class. And I thought I could use the magic to hold their attention while we got the subtle messages across to them with magic.
I noticed that just watching a few kids in the audience that you did, and even some of the adults, they were really trying to figure out what you're doing. No smoke and mirrors on this show. This is real magic, and I thought that was wonderful. I could see how you can reach out and touch some of these people when they see what's happening, because it's so hard sometimes for people or youth to look at something and know exactly where you're going with it. But the examples you used there were great. Now, you go out to schools. Tell me a little bit more about your program.
Well, I've talked to about 40,000 kids since I started the program, and I've put together 3 videotapes of my drug program, and since it was such a success in Texas, we made them available and we're selling them around the country now. We've got tapes in New Jersey, Maine, Kansas, West Virginia, California.
So it's the same program, similar to what we just saw now?
Right.
And then use it to, and I guess if they're videos, you must expand a lot too, because this is
each video is about 30 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot in it.
This is the program, I don't know if you can capture this. It says, Smiling Mugs Use No Drugs. And then you have a workbook number 3. So there's 3 workbooks here that they use. And see, I think that's great. I think that's one. Now, you've gotten awards from this. Is that correct?
Right.
Tell us a little bit more about the awards.
Well, I was chosen as one of the Fox 33 Hometown Heroes back when they were running the Hometown Hero series.
Okay.
And for that, I got the Jefferson Award, and then I received a Point of Light from President George Bush, and letters of commendation from Governor Bush, Ann Richards, Annette Strauss, Congressman Dick Armey. About 7 of them altogether.
So when do you find time to, you're a constable and then you also do this, when do you find time to do the both?
Well, I've got some deputies that help me.
Okay.
So when I have a show to do in the school, they go ahead and do the work, and I go to the school and do the drug program.
Wonderful.
So we work it in.
How do people, and I know the viewers, and there's probably people here in Mansfield that'd like to learn more about it, how do people get a hold or get an opportunity to get these videos?
Well, the best way is either to call me at my home or at the office, either one.
Okay. Would you like to give out those numbers?
Sure.
Go ahead.
It's 817-430-8594. That's my office. And my home is 430-1867.
Wonderful. I think I always like to commend people when they're reaching out. I have children, and I'm trying to keep them on the right track, and there's a lot of people that don't have the time to keep their children on the right track. And it's wonderful that people like you are doing your part to help out those people. You got a little pizzazz for me before we leave?
Well, yeah.
It's one of those magician things. They always got something up their sleeve.
Okay, what sleeves?
Yes, I figured.
Okay. I've got a balloon.
Okay. Why? Because I'm full of hot air?
Well, one of us is.
Okay. See, I did this on purpose because I want to see how it's done.
Close up, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Watch the back, babe. Watch the back.
Watch the back. See the back?
You want to see? Come over here. Sit on that side. Watch on that side. Come over here. Okay.
Okay.
Why are you turning it over?
Oh, what?
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, the balloon again. You screamed last time. Okay, go ahead. She screamed last time.
Okay, now watch. I hate to do it. Okay.
Ladies and
I don't know where it came
gentlemen,
from.
Constable John Hessenbuehler! Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll be right back right after this with Southern Charm.
Once again, My Art Homes and its president Dave Jones have stole the show. In Mansfield's first ever Kaleidoscope of Homes, My Art won 17 of 21 first place awards, including Best of Show, Judge's Choice, Realtor's Choice, and most importantly, People's Choice. My Art also took 4 second place awards for a total of 21 awards. For more than 20 years, My Art has established relationships with the best developers, top designers, subcontractors, and realtors to achieve the ultimate quality in craftsmanship and custom home building. If you're shopping for a new home, start with the state-of-the-art, My Art. Call 483-5194. It will be our pleasure to show you around.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We started this show with singing, had a little bit of magic, and now we're going into a little bit more singing. This is not karaoke this time, or croaky. This is going to be a group called Southern Charm. They just recently finished broadcasting on the, network, Trinity Broadcast Network. And they're just featured in the Fort Worth Star-Telegram newspaper on the front page. I am honored to bring to you tonight Southern Charm, ladies and gentlemen.
In the valley, so low, so low.
Tom Ritter of Ritter & Associates Real Estate and Gary Grossman of Grossman Architect and Construction have joined together in offering their clients a full-service organization to serve your real estate and construction needs. Residential or commercial, they can help from site acquisitions throughout the construction process. If you need to buy, sell, or build residential, commercial, industrial, or investment properties, go with the experts. Working with Tom and Gary are Mark Sullivan, Dana Sullivan, Francis Christofferson, and Roy Lillard. So for all your real estate and building needs, remember Ritter & Associates Real Estate and Gary Grossman Architect and Construction, both located at 215 North Walnut Creek Drive, Mansfield. Call Ritter & Associates at 473-9393 or Gary Grossman at 473-9168.
One. See, if you were here at the show and you were watching, you would have known that someone would said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to get us started again. We're sitting here with Southern Charm with Karen, Diane, and Kathy, and they're going to tell you who's who right now. Which one's who? I know, but the audience doesn't. Who's who?
I'm Diane. No, I'm Kathy.
See, there's going to be a test after the show. We'll ask which one's who.
What today stood out? No,
Actually, I feel like I'm on the dating game. That's correct number 2.
I'm Kathy.
Well, Kathy?
I'm Karen.
Karen? I'm Diane. What a wonderful performance.
Thank you.
First of all, I want to find out more about your performance on the, what's it, Channel 58, is it?
Yeah, Trinity Broadcast.
Trinity Broadcast. Tell us more about that. First of all, how did you get involved? How were you able to get on there?
Back in September, I sent them a packet of our picture, which you have there.
Yeah, I want to show you this picture. Does this not look like Charlie's Angels 1996? That is a beautiful picture. That is a beautiful picture.
Thank you. That was taken by Kathy's mother. Yeah,
Wow.
she did a good job. I sent them a demo tape that we had done and a picture, and we had not heard anything until Monday 2 weeks ago when they called and asked if we'd be on last Friday. Wonderful.
Well, I read that article that was in the Fort Worth Star Telegram, and it sounded exciting, and that's nationwide. I talked to some friends up in Connecticut just this afternoon, and I was telling them about it, and they think I made it big time now. You know? So, and I do too. I'm honored to have you all on here.
We're honored to be here.
Thank you. Tell me how you all got started.
Well, is it my turn?
Bachelorette number 2.
I co-owned the Mansfield Music Mill, which dissolved in December.
Okay.
And but they both sang on the show. And Karen had always wanted to sing with someone or a group or something. And one evening she called me and asked me to come over and just to try out some songs with her. Well, while we were there, we listened to a couple of songs. I said, why don't we call Diane? So Diane came over, and we were sitting on Karen's bedroom floor, and the first song that we ever sang was In the Presence of Jehovah. And right then, I mean, she started it, she knew it, but we just kind of all blended in. It was just amazing. We knew that we had a reason to be together.
You could tell just from when you were singing, the way, the harmony that it goes together. And I'm not really totally musically oriented, and that is actually beautiful. I mean, it was great. It was really great. Now, I understand that you're thinking or you're going to be putting together an album. Where does that stand?
Going to be putting together an album.
Wonderful.
Yes.
What do you have to do for something like that? Are you familiar with all that?
We have to have money.
Okay. That is.
Did I get that answer right?
So, you heard what they can do. Think about it. Investments. And then where do you go from there? How does that, do you go somewhere to do that? I mean.
Go to a studio,
Okay.
and they lay down the tracks, and then you go into your vocals.
Wow.
And it takes several hours.
Now, who does all the, now I know I was reading something about promotions or someone to do do you have an agent or do you do that? How does that work?
We do our own,
Yes.
but most of the time Karen does the talking for us.
Mhm.
She takes the phone calls.
Good.
She
That's
talks
great.
really well.
Takes the bookings.
That's great. That's great. So now, talking about bookings, where do you sing now? Besides the show, what other?
We sing wherever, we pray for the Lord to open the doors, and He does, and we go through. And that's anywhere that's appropriate to sing for the Lord. Whether it's churches or banquets or
That's
or the show.
And he's here with us.
Yes,
He's
he
here with
is.
us.
He sure is, and he's had a good time
Yes,
already.
We already have, yes.
Yes, he has.
That's
You want to
great.
tell him our next?
What's your next?
We've been Friday after we had the absolute blessing of singing for Trinity broadcast. That evening, Good Morning Texas was on the answering machine, and they have asked us to sing Wednesday morning.
I think
if they have a
that is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, you need to talk to them as to how we can get the show go places too.
Yes.
It seems that they have the special gift
Yeah.
that you've been telling me, Tom. Okay? That is so wonderful. Okay, Good Morning Texas, 2 years from now. Have you thought that far in advance?
Yes, actually, we got a
where?
booking for 1998
Yeah.
this week.
Really? Boy, do I got a question.
That one booking in 98.
Hey, job security. But where do you see yourselves in 2 years?
Wherever the Lord takes us.
That's
We just
wonderful.
take one day at a time. Yes.
That's wonderful.
And just in awe of where He's already taken us in such a short time. And our friendship too. It hasn't been just our singing, but it's been our friendship.
I was reading that in the paper also, how you have a bond between the three of you, and that's wonderful because you need to have that.
Yes, you do.
Because a lot of time you're going to be spending together. You need to have that part of your
Yes, you
group.
do.
And
Last
that's
night
wonderful.
we had a slumber party. Yes,
Did you
we
really?
It was great.
Yeah, we did. We stayed up till
About 5:30.
Well, yeah.
And then you can still get up here and sing like this, drive through this thing. What a group, huh? Can you do another song for us?
Sure.
Let's take a fast break, and they'll do another song for us, and then we'll call it a night. Ladies and gentlemen, Southern Charm.
Thank you.
You're watching Max 7, your Mansfield cable access channel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have Southern Charm do another song for us. Please watch your screen. They do different functions and different singing events. Watch your screen for that number. Ladies and gentlemen, Southern Charm.
Everything's gonna be brand new. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move. Well, up there I'll have new neighbors. I might live next door to John. I won't hear turn down the music. I won't have to mow my lawn. I can't wait to smell the flowers. There's many things I can do. But I'm gonna move, Lord, just gonna move. Gonna move to a brand new city. No planes, no trains, no cars. No high tone sounds of siren. No bad news, no hearts. I'm gonna leave my own windows open. Everything's gonna be brand new.
wonderful. It's about that time where we got to bring this show, this wonderful show, to an end. And it's hard for me to bring these shows to an end because we have so much fun doing them. And if you're at home viewing this, you need to come down and spend some time with us and come watch one of these shows. I want to thank my guests first, Robert and Danelle Harris of Baby Grand Productions. Karaoke was wonderful. You guys did a wonderful job. Video Bob, thank you very much. I want to thank, excuse me, Bridget. You have to sit down, sweetheart. I want to thank, that's my sweetheart. That's my daughter. I want to thank John Hatzenbuehler for the wonderful job he's doing out there in the youth, with the youth, and the wonderful job he did here. Southern Charm is going a long way, and we're going to see them in the future. We're going to see albums. We're going to hear them on the Christian radio stations here in the Metroplex. I wish you the best of luck. All three of you are beautiful. Thank you for your time here tonight. I can't... This is almost like I received an award or something, all the people I have to thank, but I want to thank the Backstage Cafe for their participation in this. Tom, wonderful guest list. I want to thank two little ones. Come here, you guys. You know, when I talked about all the things that all the people I had to thank that have helped me get through this time in my life, this is another one that I forgot to thank, and this other one here, and they're at the light at the end of my tunnel. I want to thank them because they love me so much and I love them, and I also want to thank Henry. Thank Herman. I love you, Herman. Thank you for thinking about me and keeping me in your prayers. I love you. Good night. Thank you. And I forgot to thank my audience, but you guys, thank you. At least so you know where they could cut part of the show. I give my thank yous. Okay.
You're watching Max 7, your Mansfield cable access channel.
Hi, I'm Steve Taylor, president of Mansfield Mortgage Company. At Mansfield Mortgage, we understand choosing the right...
Okay, sorry. Can't we edit this?
5, 4, 3, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Show, starring Rick Castarino. Rick's very special guest, star of television, stage, and screen, Barry Corbin. Also on tonight is Greg Burton, director of The Plate, Throckmorton, and many other surprises. Now it's time to welcome Mansfield's favorite talk show host, Rick Castarino.
Gentlemen, welcome back to The Show with Rick Castarino and a whole list of great people. My first guest, ladies and gentlemen, as I said during my monologue, is known for his role in Northern Exposure. Most people know that. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about all the things that he's done in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me Mr. Barry Corbin.
Well, thank you, Rick.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate being here. Y'all don't get down here. I just noticed I got horse manure on my boot.
Yeah, true Texan, true Texan. Well, they say the show is full of, no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I don't know about the show, but I sure am.
I want to, first of all, thank you very much. You are the biggest star I've had on my show, and I want to thank you for taking the time to be a part of this show.
Boy, you ain't getting very hot people if I'm the biggest one.
Oh, no, you're great. I said after I had to get the first year under my belt. It's under now. See, we start here.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, how does someone like you get started? Where did you get your start in becoming a big star in TV and films?
Well, I don't know if I got it yet.
Everything you do is a big start. You know, people make a mistake of thinking that an actor's career is cumulative. It's not. I mean, every time you're unemployed, you got to start over again.
So that's basically, you know, one thing I noticed too is they were talking, I said, have we heard from Barry yet? They were telling me how you were going here and going there. Isn't that part of an actor's role, is that after they do have that first or that one showing, it's like they got to go for the next one. It's always a constant go.
Oh yeah, you're constantly trying to stay ahead of your competition. You know, I'm about to outlive most of mine, but there's still some old boys around there that are giving me a run for my money.
Now, Northern Exposure is one of your biggest things you're known for. Is that because it's just so new? I mean, it's the latest one out. I know you have the Big Easy going on right now.
No, that's not the latest one. I've done 2 series since Northern Exposure.
Okay, then why do people know you so much from there?
Well, it was a cultural phenomenon. It was through accident mostly. It became a big hit with the audiences through no extraordinary promotion from the network or anything. The thing that saved us first was the critics liked us.
Okay.
The critics got behind us, and then the network picked up a couple more, and then the audience started watching and started building an audience. I remember the head of CBS came over to me and said, "Can you believe this thing is getting as big as it is? Can you believe people are watching this?" I said, "Well, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't think they were going to." I mean, I ain't real smart, but I'm not going to do something that I think is going to be bad.
Wow, that's great. That's good. It makes you scratch your head why you would even say that. Here is, you know, you're...
Well, no, it wouldn't if you know these network executives.
Oh, really?
We can talk about them because we're on cable here, and they can't.
We have them here too.
Well, they can't throw fire bombs at us here because they don't know where we are. I've worked for all the main networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC, and they're all run by morons.
Oh, that's good.
Then you got the cable things, and they're run by the guys that got run off from the other ones.
Maybe that's why I don't have music. I'm gonna beat this music thing to death.
Y'all don't fight on the air now.
I had told people in the beginning of all the different things. This is what I was talking about in regard to all the different things you have done. In regard to, there's about 65 different things over the few. You may want to review those. What was your most favorite, favorite thing you've done?
Boy, this makes me tired.
What was your most favorite?
Oh, that's like asking you which one of your kids is your favorite. Some of them are ugly, but you love them all.
I know I'm going for material for my next monologue. Oh, that's good. So you didn't have a favorite?
No, whatever I'm doing next is my favorite.
Really? What are you working on right now?
Well, I've been doing this Big Easy. I'm doing a play, one-man play that I just finished doing a 3-day run at the Cowboy Poetry Gathering in Elko, Nevada. And I'm going to be doing it here in Fort Worth next month. It's called Charlie Goodnight's Last Night. I play Charlie Goodnight as a 93-year-old man. And yes, I do wear makeup. I'm about to go to California and do a made-for-TV movie that my manager's being real mysterious about. They haven't sent me the script yet. I think they want me to get out yonder in hell before they show me the script. So I'm going to be out in Los Angeles toward the end of next week. I'll be out there until almost you open this play here, the Throckmorton. Except I think we're on delay, so probably I've already done that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Because we always tape a month before.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I've already done that. Whatever it is, I haven't seen the script out yet.
You may have done 4 or 5 more things since this goes on.
Oh, shoot, I'm doing stuff all the time. I don't even know I've done them until I see them on TV.
Throckmorton. That's the thing that's currently running in the Main Street Theater. You wrote that several years ago. What inspired you to write that? And tell us a little bit more about what that is. Isn't that 2 plays in one?
Yes, sir. The first, number one, you want to know what inspired it. Hunger. I moved out to California and went and visited a bunch of agents and people, and they said, we don't need people like you here. Go back to New York. Well, I figured I wasn't going to get in that way, so I started writing for radio. And then I got involved with a theater group, the LA Actors Theater, and they had a one-act play workshop, the best stuff that came out of it they do as a one-act festival. So I wrote the Whiz Bang Cafe. And the basis for it was I was in a cafe in Louisville, Kentucky. And I heard a conversation behind me. It was about midnight one night, and I was eating a hamburger in there. And I heard this conversation behind me. A man talking, he said, well, I was down in the mine, and a light come to me. And I realized that I had to call. You remember in the Bible when Moses was in Egypt and his people was in subjugation? Yes, sir. Yeah, I remember that. The guy drinking coffee over there across from this nut, you know. He said, well, what happened was Moses come upon a man whipping a slave. And he picked up a stick and he slew that man. And that's how Moses became a Christian. Well, I looked over behind me and I said, hell, I got to write a play about this. But that's, the reason I wrote it really was because I wasn't getting any work as an actor and I needed something to act, so I acted a part in that play. I played Buck, the Dr. Pepper truck driver who's kind of simple-minded and takes things as they come and attempts to make some sense out of the world. And then I started working some.
Wow, that's excellent. So now this is going to be airing right now this month here at the Main Street Theater. Have you participated in things happening here at the Main Street Theater before?
No, my grandkids were in the Scrooge this last Christmas time. And that's how I found out they was doing this play. See, they did. I didn't come over here to talk them into doing this. They decided to do it before they knew me. So see, it's got to be a good play.
It's a good play. It's a good play. The director, Greg Burton. Now, how does that work? When they go to do a play like this, do you participate in finding a director because it's your play? How does that work?
I don't know. They write to the Dramatist Play Service up in New York City, who I just met, my editor at the Dramatist Play Service. Well, out in Elko, Nevada, my editor came over and said, I'm your editor. I said, no kidding. She said, yes, I am. I said, is anybody doing it? Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Well, great. What I'd like to do is I'd like to take a little break here and see if we can get Greg over here and sit down and talk a little bit more about this play and what it's all about and see if we can do some scenes from it. We're going to take a fast break and we'll be right back right after this, ladies and gentlemen.
Greg has read this play since I have, so he knows a whole lot more about it than I do.
I do okay?
Oh, yeah. We both done fine. Yeah, we watch out for Maury Povich. We're going to come to New York and run you out.
You need a mic. You need a mic. Here, take this one. I'm already wired. water. Oh, that was neat. I felt like I was. What we'll do is we'll
straight up. But I've got to. I need to call him. Pretty much, yeah.
You know.
I didn't find Leo
Ready?
anywhere.
No, you're not going to find
No,
him.
I'm not going to find Leo. Well, actually,
Not,
I may have
but
found
not.
All quiet on set. Ready, Rick? Yes, sir. 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. You know, ladies and gentlemen, as a community, a small community as we are, we don't realize how wonderful we have it in the little things that we have in this town. And one of the great things that we do have is the Main Street Theater. I mean, so many towns do not have this kind of culture and all. And with me right now is the director of the currently running Throckmorton, Texas 76083, and also the writer of that. We have Greg Burton with us and Barry Corbin, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this play. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are.
That's the first time I've ever been acquainted with culture. How about you?
I'm not sure I was acquainted with culture.
Oh, golly. First of all, in the name, where did you come up with that name, Throckmorton, Texas, and then the zip code?
Well, I wrote the plays, and then I took a dart and threw it at the map of Texas, and then went over yonder and looked at the closest town to that dart, and then went to the post office and looked up the zip code.
I've got to ask him, what if that had hit Houston?
Oh, I'd pick...
Though again?
I'd have picked Katie or something.
So, you wrote it first and then came up with the name?
Yes, sir.
Now, Greg, you had told me that to prepare for this play and all, you had taken some time and a few of you have gone down to Throckmorton. Tell us your experience there.
Well, we found out that it was about as valuable to the play as throwing a dart through the air. No, actually, it was a beautiful little town. It was very scenic, very pretty. We met a lot of really nice people. I felt like the thing I came away with was a reminder that even as crazy as someone as Leo might seem, these are real people out there. And not to caricaturize this show, but to let the characters come through the real people. Now that's a real directorial sort of thing to say, kind of corny maybe.
Well, I went to the first, excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt. I went to the first rehearsal, or one of the final rehearsals of this play in New York when they were doing it there at one of the theaters in New York. And my God, I thought I was at a rehearsal for Little Abner. There's folks going around scratching their armpits and acting like monkeys and you know, thinking that that's the way people from Texas behaved. I said, oh, hold on a minute here. The fella that played Leo looked like Christopher Lloyd out of Taxi, you know, when he played Red Jim.
Yes.
Looked like a dope fiend. He didn't look like any rural Texas preacher. So it is a pretty difficult thing to behold.
It's a nice thing to say about Texas is that people here have a great sense of humor and a good sense of humor about themselves. I go places and people, they think I'm, heaven forbid, from California. That seems to be good. But no, I was born and raised right here in Texas. And I think that the trip to Throckmorton proved to all of us that we could have stayed here. We could have taken the pictures here.
Wow.
It's all real. Everybody's real. These people in this play are real. And if we emphasize that, we're going to get far more comedy out of it than turning it into a terrible Taxi rerun or something.
Yeah, these are really two very sad plays.
And you may think that when you see it.
I'll tell you, when I sat through the New York version, I cried.
I'm crying a little bit myself.
That's one of the questions I had for you. You write something like this. That must be difficult for you because, you know, I say tomato, you say tomato, and not everybody looks and reads it. And do you have a problem? I mean,
No, every time you see it, it's like somebody ripping apart your babies.
Oh, God. Okay, so what we can what we could do here now is then you need to tell Greg exactly on how you'd like to see it.
No,
done.
I'm not going to tell him anything. I'm just going to sit out there and cry.
He just needs to hand over the babies. I'm ready to go.
Now, are you going to participate in this since you are local?
I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be in California. I'll come back and see it.
Okay.
I'm going to watch it, I think, the second night. I don't think I'm going to see the first night I'm going to be doing another play over in Fort Worth, so I'm not going to be able to see opening night, but I'll see it the second night. And then my reputation's either made or ruined, and so it don't make any difference.
Well, as much as he cries, we'll try to get Kleenex as a sponsor.
What can you tell us a little bit? We're going to have you do a little bit of Throckmorton, Texas, and could you tell us a little bit what the story is about, in a nutshell? I mean, you don't have to go through the whole thing, but
my feelings about what the story is about. Well,
it might be different than Barry's, but you know,
it may be real different from Barry's.
I'm sure it will. He's read it since I have. I don't know.
The two separate plays. Let's see, where do I begin? The first play takes place in a cafe, and there are regulars in this establishment that have relationships with each other, and two strangers stumble in, and everything just goes completely chaotic. Man decides he wants to become a cowboy, and he dumps his wife at the cafe, leaving this Leo that we talked about, which is the itinerant self-proclaimed preacher, and Mary Nita, the woman who owns this cafe, to try to deal with this woman, her feelings, and trying to explain to her that she's been left. And then we get to finally meet the husband as he comes back and find out what happens between the two of them. The second story is kind of they're both bittersweet stories. The story of a man who owns this motel. His mother has left him, and he's been alone at this motel for a very long time, since 1962. And he's basically surviving by keeping prostitutes and ne'er-do-wells in action. And a woman stumbles into his life and changes it. So we see a lot of redemption. We see people who are kind of on the fringe doing really, really good things. It's hard to really pinpoint exactly what happens because so much happens, but it's basically about the relationships that these people have with one another. There's no bad guy in any of these. Everybody has some redeeming feature. Even the worst offender is you feel for at the end. So I think the most interesting thing about it is actually the fact that the actors portray two separate characters. You cast the first play, and that same group of actors then does the second play. So for audience members, you're going to have a lot of fun sitting there possibly trying to pick out, was that the person that played so-and-so, or what happened to the preacher? Oh my goodness, now he's playing so-and-so. So that's a really exciting thing for the actors, and for a director, it's a dream come true. You get to direct two plays with one cast. That you couldn't ask for more.
Let me ask you a question. For me, I don't know a lot about plays and all. What is the director's role in that play? What are you actually doing? I know you're directing, but what does the
director do?
Right. What does he actually do?
The director
or she.
The director is sort of like the captain of a ship. If they screw up, it sinks. But if a smart director knows how to delegate, and you get an assistant director. That person follows you around and reminds you what day it is. Then you have technical director, and my technical director is responsible basically for everything technical in the show, the sound, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It goes on through costuming, so forth. And I kind of hover over these people, and I gather them around me at different points, and I say, what's happening? No, that's not what I want this instead. Or, my goodness, what a wonderful, brilliant idea you've had. I love you, let's go to do the next show together. Then we go through the script. I have to analyze the script, tear it apart, take the characters apart, think about who and what they are. Then you have the auditions, and you try to look for those people within, you know, the framework of what you have in mind. Rarely are they there, and so you take what you got and you get them working on the script, and then you run rehearsals until the thing comes to fruition.
That's what a good director does. When I direct a play, we read through it one time, and then I say, let's go get some beer.
Well, we've got beer here.
Did you write them? Did you write them separately, or did you write them that they go together? Because
they were intended to go together.
Okay.
Actually, the first one, the Whiz Bang Cafe, was written as just. I didn't think about writing another one to go with it, but when I wrote the Easy Snooze Motel, it was written with the purpose of the two of them going together.
Wonderful. You have time to show us a little bit about what it's all about and directing's all about?
I think so.
Okay. We've got some local actors and actresses here with us, volunteering their time to show us a little bit what this play is about. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Well, I'm going to get out of the way and let y'all do it. Oh, I look like an old hobo, don't I? Woo, boy. You want me to back up on you, man?
These are just my little things. It changes the tone of the...
No, man, the glass.
No.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. Hi, Grace. Nice to meet you.